Yes, people, welcome back. Today is deadline day. The funny thing is, you remember when you were back in school and the teachers, the professors told you never amount to nothing if you procrastinate? Why you always wait till the last minute to turn your paper in? And then you tune in today to Sky Sports and you see multi-billion-dollar conglomerate. And every 5 seconds you hear, yeah, deadline day. Everyone is moving, everyone is signing, everyone on the last day, on the 11th and a half hour, every 15 fucking minutes on TV. You would think the transfer window just opened. And it's been open since what? 10 June, 5 June, beginning of June, the first week of June, every 5 minutes, breaking news, breaking news. So you're going to be hearing that a lot today, people. But while that goes on, let me go into cruising mode. You know how BBK Sports does it. I go into cruising mode and then I acknowledge and appreciate all you legends that check in to the chat. So big up man like AJ. Say, please like the stream if you haven't already. It really helps me out, and it does. The algorithm will find another football connoisseur. Maybe it will find another football savant who will join the team in this crusade to get Mikel Arteta out of Arsenal. Because the way I wanted to start the show this morning, I had to, compose myself and go back and be like, now, do I really want to go in again on the manager? And the answer was yes, I do. And over the course of today, I probably will because he deserves it. He deserves all the smoke that he's getting, all the corn, because he sent us into the international break on a loss, on 0 points away at Anfield. We should have left with something, and we're leaving with nothing. We didn't even lead with the. We didn't even leave with a side chick. Nothing. Empty-handed, walking out of Anfield. Absolutely nothing. Good morning to you, AJ, my guy. Big up to you every single time. Bluebird said, AJ, the man that never sleeps, never sleeps, and I can relate. I can relate. I think I went 56 hours one time with no sleep in Ghazni, Afghanistan. It was a ammo cache recruit recovery mission. Zero sleep. They tell you to pack for a 1 day mission, and it's day 5, and you're still out there. Big up to Mike. And big up to the chat. Big up to you, Mike. Hope you are well this Monday morning, Monday afternoon, wherever the world finds you. It's Labor Day weekend here in these United States, so everyone is off unless you are essential work, unless you're public trans, hospital, police, fire. You are off today. Good afternoon, everyone. Big up to Alvin. Not for nothing, but we could make 2 to 3 more great signings, and it wouldn't mean a thing. Too much damage was done yesterday, and that will carry over into the season. That this is the thing, about BX Gunner. Yeah, I think the residual fallout from yesterday's result, not just the result, the entire spectacle around the game, from the lineup to the result to the presser to the gaffer's press conference that we'll get into. Won't get into, but I see something floating around that said he came off as if he was scapegoating Eze, which feeds into the narrative of you don't want him, doesn't know how to manage big players X, Y, and Z. But we get into it. But big up to BX Gunner. The damage, I feel it. I feel like the game is still being played, especially when I look up and I see Liverpool signing Isak and Gehi, which I knew they were going to get. Like every stream you can find me on, not named this one, with the Liverpool fan. I'm telling you, bro, you're getting Isak, you're getting Gehi. So when Dre was on here the other day, and I'm telling Dre, brother, better manager, better transfer window, better squad. And these men were giving me debate. They were giving me pushback, as if I was crazy. The ultimate gaslighting session, Friday night stream with the Reno boys. That was a mad one. Big up to Wahaha. Congrats on your goalkeeper. There is no way you could have went into the season with them too. So United acted on that. Question is, are you done? Hi Simone. Hope you are well, my love. Hope you are enjoying. Are you at the parade? Are you going to the Labor Day parade today in Brooklyn? Please let us know so we can wish you well. Big up to Gavin, the legend in the building. Big up, big up, pops. I see you. I see you. Let me skip all the way down and acknowledge Mr. Chambers Senior, my dad. Big up to you. Love you, pops. I know you're not into the football. We appreciate you checking in and showing your support, my man. Uh, Big up Wahaha getting his dues. We're at the back. We're at the back. CDM's handshake. Mikhail. It seems like no matter, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, it seems no matter how low you set the bar for Arteta, he just crawls underneath that. What's that game? Like, when you lean back and crawl underneath that. He must have been really good at that, little mini Napoleon. Must have been really good at that game growing up because the bar was very low yesterday. Standards were high, but the bar was very low. The bar was start your best players. The bar was start Eze because he can get Gyökeres the ball, and he couldn't even do that. Man couldn't get the courage to muster up to start one of the best attacking midfielders in the Premier League in an away game that he must win. But we're supposed to make sense out of that. Big up to 24 you locked in, 24 watching. Make sure you are hitting those likes, people. It does help the channel. AJ say we are on 8. Let's get that up to 10. The assembled is here. Big up to the assembled. Good afternoon, sir. Please tell us that you are well. If you aren't, let us know how we can help. Some more dappings going on. I love it. Big up to Mr. Battered. Sitting high at the Premier League 10. This guy, man. Good night to you, sir. I think it's 11 p.m. in Singapore right now. So good night. What a fantastic way to kickstart your week. Feet up, enjoying the rest of the transfer window, the next 2 hours of it, and look down on the rest of the peasants that exist in the world that you own. So big up to Mr. Battered every single time. What's worrying ankle problems normally lead to operations under, remember Odegaard last season, international duty, etc. Yeah, man rolls his ankle, and then you risk him being injured. You risk. Big up to the Toronto Gooners. Well, Limbo, that's it. Limbo dancer. Yeah, Mike, appreciate it. He must have been the best limbo dancer. This is not a dig at people who are vertically challenged. I said vertically challenged because short is a slander word in modern woke society. But for people who are vertically challenged, he must have been a very good limbo dancer, that Mikhail. Yeah. But yeah, it's the irony in that he would risk Saliba's health and his well-being, but he will not risk attacking Liverpool. He will not risk having a goal. But you risk one of the world's best center backs after he rolled his ankle. You see, Chelsea didn't even take Chelsea went nowhere near those chances with Cole Palmer. Oh, you felt something? Go sit down. Go sit down. Ended up winning the game 5-1. You see how that goes? My goodness. Big up to Jacob Williams. Big up all. Liverpool need to be investigated. They are here lying, cheating, and stealing. What it is like Liverpool is setting Liverpool Football Club. They have seen a window of opportunity, and they are doing what I thought my club will do. They see a window of opportunity, and they are prepping up for a period of dominance. Right? If you Google photos of Kuwait in March of 2003, you will see like the tanks and the troops and everyone lined up, gearing up for an offensive to go take over a country. Liverpool are gearing up to go take over this Premier League, and they are doing it from first place. They are doing it as champions. They are doing it from a position of strength, and you have to respect it. We are well and tired. No Parkway for sure. You are not going to the Labor Day parade. Are you having a laugh? The thing is, the Labor Day parade is one of those things that you miss when you no longer live in New York, and the people in New York are like, it's kind of like living here in the States, and I go back home to the lovely island of Jamaica. And then I see fruits falling on the ground and just being wasted. And when they cost, I got to pay $10 for a mango here when they just fall off the trees and rot back home. Mad. Good morning, Mr. Chambers. See AJ bigging up the old man. So big up the Rasta Stocks for General. Oh, you doing, my brother? Everything good? See you, man. Got you a goalie. What else is in the pipeline for Manchester United? Yep, it's Liverpool agreed, 35 million. I apologize if you can hear my TV in the background, people, but I do have Sky Sports on so I can get some more. As they come in, I can look up and find out what's going on in the world of breaking news. This is gonna be all day. It's two more hours, isn't it? And the thing is, I think a lot of these deals, the paperwork will get sent in prior to the deadline, and then the formalities will be worked out shortly thereafter. Because I think that's how the rules work. The clerical portion of it has to be done by 6 p.m. UK time, but they can work out all the other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yes, AJ with the friendly reminder, people. And there's my pops again, returning some love. My dog. Man. Jacob Williams said, I despise Liverpool. I would expect you to do so, but it's very hard not to respect what they're doing. Yeah. Because, it's a little bit of jealousy for me, and jealousy is kind of like, jealousy is just love and hate at the same time, isn't it? I love what they're doing, but I hate that it's them, but yeah, it looks like they're gearing up for a period of dominance. And if your club was on the cusp of winning, which mine was and didn't, it hurts a little bit more. It stings a little bit more that if Arsenal Football Club, say we had won 2 of the past 3 Premier League titles that we choked away, it wouldn't sting as much. I could sit here and be like, yeah, 2 Prems in the last 3 years. Cool, we'll gear up and we go again. We'll give a shot. But when you're out for ducks, not scored nothing, it stings. It stings a little bit when these men look like they're hands-on favorites. And I'm not letting none of the Liverpool fans, not Mr. Batter, not Chris Welch, not LFC Monster, none of them. I'm not letting none of you men run away from the pressure of being overwhelming favorites. You can't win the Premier League and then break the transfer record twice in the same window and not win the Premier League. And is there a world where Liverpool can do all this business and don't win? Oh shit, I'm here for it. But it's highly unlikely though. They leave me with something. That's a very resilient bunch. Right to the limbo champion, brother. You could put the bar on the ground. Waha, and he'll dig. Remember that press conference he talked about digging. That's what he was talking about. We'll just dig. He wasn't talking about digging for trophies. He was talking about digging to crawl under the bar that's been set low on the ground. I got a big smirk with that window. I bet you do. I bet you do. So, okay. All right. Now I can ask you. Now I can ask the Liverpool fans, is this the 10 out of 10? Because I asked this question back in, his verse was done early, Frimpong was done early, Kirkus was done early, all that stuff. And we knew the Isaac deal was imminent. We knew this, right? So now, are you willing to say it's a 10 out of 10 window? So if you win the league, bad boy manager, got world-class players sprinkled throughout the squad, replacing Jota with Ekitike and Isaac. Not even Kanate is not being replaced. He's still there. Maybe he goes next year or whatever, but you're adding Gehi. What a player. This is massive. And you've sold well. You have sold extremely well. So Liverpool, this must be a 10 out of 10. This is as good a window as I've ever seen. Because I've been told by the toxic positivity merchants in my fan base that we've had, this is the best window we've ever had, and it's 10 out of 10 and stuff, and all that. Now, this is what a massive transfer window looks like. You've added depth, you've replaced who left, and you've upgraded in your starting 11. Massive. Massive window from Liverpool. This must be a 10 out of 10. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Big up to Dre FC in the building. LFC Monster. Good afternoon, everyone, on this glorious day. If you're a Liverpool fan, yeah, the best limbo dancer, man. That's what he is. That's what he is. Yeah, Mr. Bat, big up my pop star out to Gooner in the building. I think that's meant to say AJ. Yeah, big up to you, man. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Big up to Dre. BBK, my guy. I hope you're good and have a great weekend. You motherfucker. I ain't gonna take my 3 points and say, you ruined the weekend. You ruined the weekend. Now it's a new week. Calm though. It's an off day, it's a holiday. We're chilling. I'm gonna go crash somebody's barbecue, get me some steaks. Some steaks and some links and some liqueur. You know them ones. Because he's a selfish prick. I need Liverpool to lose yesterday. Messed up my parlay. Rah. That's that. Once that lineup came out, me and Shane Gooner was on Rashid's channel. All the air went out the chat. All the air just came out the chat, my brother. Because everyone knew what it was at that point. At that moment, we knew it was about to be long. But ladies and gentlemen, in minute number 18, we have clocked him to kick off the new week. Labor Day settings. You know who it is. Man like
Maybach music.
Rosé born stunner. I can blow money. Sipping when I'm shopping. That ain't no money. T-Pain. I think I'm Big Meech. Larry Hoover. Whipping work. I'm so sophisticated. To get a verse from me, you gotta be initiated. I'm burning purple flowers, it's burning my chest. I bury the most cash and burning the rest. Collar on my polo, kisses on my necklace. All my diamonds watching, now my watch is getting jealous.
Woyo! Brother E. Ross. The chat room VIP has entered the chat. So we pause and we acknowledge him and we big him up in a different way than everybody else gets bigged up. Listen, people, I don't know how E. Ross got tagged with this, but it is what it is, and he can't shake it now. It is what it is. E. Ross, this will follow you for the rest of your YouTube life. Deal with it. Man, I apologize on the behalf of all the fans who want Arteta out that we messed up your parlay, but the air went out the room as soon as we saw Moreno in the lineup and saw Eze on the bench. Like, what is man doing? Is he trying to get sacked? Arsenal deadline day signing is announcing Hinkapai, which was done. There's a guy. Hey man, there's about 2 hours left for the incoming Chelsea reject. Man, who's he gonna be this year? Is it gonna be Ben Chilwell? An injured Chelsea throwaway. The 11th I will be this year Sterling. I see Arteta threw Eze under the bus with hiccup. So I haven't seen the comments. LFC Monster, I haven't seen the comments. And typically when something is being pushed, there's some truth hidden in there. So I haven't seen the comments. But what I've heard is Arteta came off like he was scapegoating Eze and didn't send any smoke Martinelli's way. The problem is they sent it to me in a video format, and I can't listen to him. I'm going to get angry if I listen to him speak. So I think I need to go read like a transcript of what he said, but I cannot. I can't listen to him. If someone sends me a clip of Igal, it goes straight into the trash. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't listen to fuckery. It almost feels personal. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone is going to look into a camera and then tell you a lie. Like piss on your fucking foot and tell you it's rain. So I haven't seen it, but it's not beyond the realm of belief that was something that he would do. The funny thing with Blunderman, he's trying to make out yesterday's goal was 1 in a million chance. Arsenal defense is so good that teams have to practice 1 in a million chance. Yeah, the goal was a worldie, I'll take nothing away from Sobozo, but I still think Raya could do better, but I don't want to I can't put any slander on Raya without it taking away from the strike. But in my opinion, this is why you go and play football, because these things happen. So if you held up your end of the bargain and you scored 2-3 goals, okay, that free kick makes it 2-1, makes it 3-1. You don't lose the game. When you play for a 0-0 and man does a worldie on you, now it's your turn to do a worldie. The problem is you let the worldie happen in the 83rd minute. Now you have 7 minutes to react, and then you're panicking. And Liverpool is one team that you cannot panic against. It will be long for you. We take more risk with our own third than we do in the ops third. Oh, Jesus. I'm glad you said it, Mike. Because I've been trying to think of a way to get this out, to get this across. This is a world-class comment. Yep, Raya kicking the ball straight to Van Dijk. Or I think he played it to Declan Rice with it was Declan or Zubimendi was running towards our own goal with Van Dijk on his pack tray, and he kicks the ball to him. That was the first touch that Liverpool had in our box. Yeah. So we take risk. So we take risk in our own third. We take risk with our best center back's ankle, but we won't take a risk playing Eze and attacking Liverpool. We won't take a risk in their half. We make safe passes FC. Criminal behavior. Better off having Saeed on your screen for deadline day. So Brother Saeed is having a good week because they picked up 3 points, so he's all smiles, and it's a mad one. Mr. Barrett said, Darren, I have said the reason why Liverpool went out the way they did this transfer window is twofold. One, squad needed updates, and two, next summer window will be shorter and more complex due to the World Cup. I hear that. But I've been told by other Liverpool fans that this is the way that FSG has been wanting to move, but it's been Klopp who said, "Nah, I need a small squad. I don't need all these headaches." So make of that of what you will. But either way, you look at this transfer window and you're like, the bar has been set. So Liverpool have set the bar this high while winning the title. It would be very interesting in years to come to see how Liverpool react when they don't win the league. You'll be like, okay, we've seen how you act when you have won the league. Now you haven't won it. Are you going to provide this level of investment to get us back? Because we see what you did to try to maintain it. So the bar has been set because you can't regress. It's like in the dating world. Like if a chick dates a man who is riding a bicycle, when she leaves him, she doesn't go back to a man that's walking. If she dates a man with a motorcycle afterwards, when she leaves him, she don't go date a man who's riding a bicycle. And if she's dating a man who's if she leaves him and gets a man who drives a car, he doesn't go back to the guy on the bicycle. He doesn't regress. Only gets, So, if she's used to dating millionaires, she ain't gonna date the guy who's on the 9 to 5 shift. So now the bar has been set. And the Liverpool fan, I don't think the Liverpool faithful will settle for anything less than when we don't win the title, we expect you to go out and get the world's best players. Verts, one of the hottest prospects in one of the best strikers in the world. The bar has been set. So be very interested. Yeah, get your rest and charge up, my brother. So you're good. This Chaos Galacticos has arrived. So what we saying, LFC Monster Quad? You say you're gonna say the keyword? My goodness. Monster, he threw Eze under the bus. What did he do to Gyökeres? He pushed him off a cliff. He pushed him off the damn cliff. I need Arsenal to step up, man. Needed Arsenal to step up. It's tough, man. It's tough. The strategy was go to Anfield, stink out of 0-0 to 70 minutes, and then have a go. That was his strategy. That's what's being the second highest paid manager in the Premier League gets you. Or the second longest. Only Pep has been with his team longer than Arteta. And that's the best strategy he can come up with at Anfield versus a Liverpool team with no right back A Liverpool team that hasn't really gelled yet. Salah wasn't great. Ekitike wasn't great. The big guns were quiet, and he still couldn't win. Now, do I have any confidence that he will step up on the back end of the fixture when they show up to town with that other Swedish guy? You know, we couldn't break down their defense with Kanate hobbled. You're the favorites, mate. I was told. Who told you that? You're just gonna wake up in the Friday morning and lie. Might have been this damn Dre, you know, because Dre spent the entire show. It was a 2-hour show we did on Friday night. Man spent the entire show trying to gaslight me. Big up to Dana, the first lady of BBK Sports. Appreciate you checking in. Hope you are well. Tell us that you are. Manners and respect every single time. Dre said a statue needs to be carved out for Michael Edwards. These signings show what a proper structure and cohesive thinking can allow a club to be. Fair play. There is not a bad word that Liverpool fans can say. Is there an angry Liverpool fan somewhere right now? I want to meet that ungrateful son bitch. Because as much as they call us toxic and negative, if I find a Liverpool fan right now with anything other than praise for the club, I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him like why are you mad? And if he tells me anything that don't make sense, I'm just gonna have to be like, come on, bro, just lean in for a little bit and then slap the shit out of it. Because your club is doing bits right now, bro. Club is doing absolute bits, and you should be, yeah. This is the energy. LFC Monster says, at the assembled, he says that about Eze in his first game, but where was these comments for Havertz in the past? Oh shit. It's so done. So I'm glad that you man see this, you know. I'm glad that the rivals see what the top gooners don't. And I'm glad you men pointed out. Because maybe if you men say it and you men point it out, they'll listen. But I guarantee you, if LFC Monster, if you go on a neutral channel, if you go on the terrace, if you go on, Never a Foul and you post this in the chat, they'll come after you, bro. They'll call you everything but your name. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy. I'm happy Ten Hag got sacked today. Put my club behind for 5 years. But he won more trophies at United and Arsenal than Arteta did in 6 years, bro. You know, brother Max in the group chat reminded me of that this morning. You know, so standards were placed on this guy who won 3 consecutive finals. Won 2 of them. Sacked twice before Arteta sacked. 10 out of 10 if you... Nah, ain't no if, man. What the fuck? If. If you can throw the if out. It's a 10 out of 10 window. Ain't no if. What you doing, Chris? That's a 10 out of 10 window. Because if you don't win, it won't be because of the board. You have sold so well and bought so well. It's a 10. Damn. LFC Monster, raise it. LFC Monster say, I steal your 10, I raise you 20. Big boy move. Liverpool have to win the Champions League as well, because it would be a failure if I'm not hearing the pressure is on. The cup competition is kind of, depending the luck of the draw and all that. But the Premier League campaign over a 38-game season, when you have a chance to prove, your consistency over a 38-game span, hands-on favorites, no doubt. Carlisle better get back up. We sold Ben Doak, who's a scrub, for 25 million to Burn. Yeah, Ben Doak was at Middlesbrough. Yeah, I don't think Ben Doak played any Premier League minutes last year, and you're getting 25 million for him. And Kivior had a great Champions League run in when Gabriel went out, and we can't get 25 million pounds for him. That is crazy, absolute crazy. Big up to E-Ross, man. I have to try to get ChatGPT to make images of Amarim and playing the limbo. Send that to me, Wahaha. When you get that, send that to me on Instagram. BBK Sports 23. I want to see that. Hit the likes, people. What are we on? I don't know. I'm good with the likes though, but yeah, these comments are good. These comments are on fire. Big up to 20 of you locked in. 20 of you absolute legends, man. I can dig it. You know it. You know what happens when E-Ross enters the building, my bro. Started by keeping VVD and solid, ending with Gahey. 10 out of 10, says Mr. Biden. Sales have been sensational. Sensational. 25 M's for Ben Doak. Structure done. Structure done the job. Now it's up to slot and the players deliver. See, and this is what I'm talking about. This is what it is. Ain't no shying away from it. Pressure is a privilege. Pressure is the privilege. Now, if you had finished second and was doing this, it would be impressive. But it adds another layer of showing such great ambition to do this from winning the league. And I'm here for it, man. Leave it to the manager to kill the fucking joy out of our signing. Right out. Only him. Only he could take the sting out of Eze signing. And Gyökeres' debut was a stinker. And Eze debut wasn't a stinker because Eze actually came on and did well. He did more in the 10 minutes he was on the pitch than Martinelli did for 70. And I said 10 minutes for Eze because even though he played 20 minutes, for 10 minutes of that, Liverpool had the damn ball. You know? Yes, you know it is, LFC Master. You know what time it is on BBK Sports when that man hits the chat room. How the fuck does he mess up both our star signing debuts? Yeah. The bar is on the floor, brother. You know, just when you think, just purple flower. Hey, go ahead. Just when you think Arteta can't do anymore, he's like, oh. And the thing is, right, I could start the show and say, you know what? If Arsenal want to win the league, then I said, no, scratch that. If Arsenal want to win anything this season, you have to sack him. You must. You must sack him. You have to sack this man while the job is still attractive and while the players are still good before he burns them out, before he rushes someone else back from injury and further injure him. Once he made an assessment in 19 minutes, but Zini, Moreno, Odegaard, and Ketia Havertz Vieira all have special needs and understanding. Yeah, this is criminal. And the only reason why I didn't watch that video that they sent me, because one, I'm not on Twitter and it's a Twitter clip, but someone else sent it to me, but I just don't want to hear him speak right now. It's gonna trigger me. If me hear him talk, his voice will trigger me, and I can't get worked up on this holiday. I cannot. I have to just mellow out and enjoy the day. I dig the intro as always, man. Big up E-Ross every single time, man. Every single time. Looking to these legendary comments. The big up to Wahaha against it. Well, Gusto is probably needed. Jackson going to Bayern. Jewsbury all went to Everton. So Chilwell on another loan for Sterling. That is. I think this one will go quietly. You know, if these men are going to wait until 2 hours before the transfer window to try to squeeze someone else in, poor planning in it. You know, usually as a child, you know not to play with the stove because you'll get burned. I'm convinced this manager is getting burned. King SPD. They're getting the clap. He got the clap. My days. Going against the grain is so hard. The sabotage is obvious. Yeah. So I'm surprised that, big up to Jagons. I'm surprised that no one in the press conference pressed him on why Eze didn't start. You know, I even thought he may have started Odegaard and then replaced him with Eze. Or do the other. But he didn't play either of them. And don't tell me that Eze was match fit. Eze had 60, 70 minutes in him. He played 65 minutes for Chelsea. He played in the Community Shield. You know, Eze is a grown man, built for this Premier League. The minute the man came on, he was able to get by Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai didn't have no defensive worries whatsoever when Martinelli was on the pitch. What's the odds of it's getting injured? I don't know. Injury to him, it could be a meltdown. But you know, before yesterday's game, Ekitike was 3-3, so you know it's good cover. 7.5 million. You know, it's a hefty price for a rotation piece. So it'll be interesting to see now when Isak goes there, because Isak is a starter. Isak is the best striker in that team. What happens to Ekitike now? What's the battered LFC monster, Chris? If you're still here, care to elaborate? How do you think Slot will deploy all his attacking talent? Is it gonna be what's your best midfield really between the four? Gravenberg, Sabuzlai, McAllister, Burks. You know, very interesting to see how he's going to deploy that. But I'm here for it. Liverpool have invested for the next 5 to 8 years. Thanks. Big up to the legendary Godfrey. Appreciate you checking in, bro. Hope you are well. Gehi deal would be in trouble. The Crystal Palace center back been trying to sign from Brighton. That's turned them down. Nah, he has to. He's going to happen, isn't it? I'm up here watching Sky Sports in the back. And if I hit the breaking news button again, it's something significant. It's not going to, right now on the screen, they have, they still have the Gehi deal, £75 million. And they have a Strasbourg winger going to Forest. Not really massive news, but news nonetheless. Big up to Dana again, said big up BBK Sports. Winning managers do not allow their teams to play like cowards. Speak on it, Dana. Speak on it. They take risks. Having 3 creative players on the bench and in a starting game, a starting none is criminal. Yeah, absolute coward. I put in last night's thumbnail. I came in at midnight off the road, and I was like, nah, I got more I got to get off my chest, and that's what I put in the thumbnail. The highest paid coward in football. Now they're showing the Gehi bender from yesterday, and your center back is finishing like that. Oh my days, my goodness. But yeah, Dana, that's none of them. So that tells me that he played for a draw. I just don't understand how the reporters aren't pressing him on this. Like, yo, what are you doing? Did you really try to win this game with no creative players? You really tried to shithouse the 0-0 and then chuck man on in the 70th minute. It looked like he was waiting for us to concede to make a change. Like, what the hell is he doing, man? AJ saying good morning, Dana. Have to welcome the First Lady, man. Big her up every time. Exactly. We don't need this level of investment for time. We won't need this level of investment for time. That will be 2 to 3 max player. Quality ins, quality outs to maintain the levels. You know what I want? You know what I want, the assemble, Mr. Barrett? I want Isak to give you one good year and then be like, no, I want to go to Madrid. Like, yeah, nah, I want to go to Madrid now and then move on out. Because that Champions League game at Anfield at Liverpool and Real Madrid will be a cracker. You know one thing that's ironic? That the computer software just generated Liverpool at home to Real Madrid. What are the chances? What are the chances? Or does UEFA need that kind of controversy in the group stage? I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's rigged. I'm not saying that it's rigged. It's like past his medical. Probably need a couple of training sessions to get up to speed, but wherever you got up to the international break, shitting bricks right now. They have a massive problem on their hands. I'm going to say it in German about Liverpool. Einfuhr ins Liverpool Einzelfach. Anyone can translate? My Deutsch is bad, When I left Germany, I did a brain dump. Espanol is better than my Deutsch. Einfuhr in Liverpool Einzelfach. That's the stock showing off his Deutsch. Big him up every single time, so that means fire for Liverpool. Fuego. Big up Dana, man. Always good to have Dana. All this banter. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Because them men are doing bits right now. Big up the Rasta stocks from Gavin, from Godfrey. Bless up. Rastafari. It's mad within 1 week. 3 ex-United managers got sacked. Oh, shit. Yeah, that did happen, didn't it? Jose, Ten Hag, Ole, and Arteta still in the job. Safe. He's the safest manager in all of football. 27 of you locked in, people. Big up, man. I really appreciate the support this Labor Day Monday. Lots going on. Bayern Munich deal, Nico Jackson, that one's done. I think we already knew that. That was the most obvious. That was more obvious than the Nkape one that we had talked about. Big up to G Wills in the building. G Wills said, "Man, blaming Ezra for the loss already." So he really did it. Now I might have to go watch it. I might have to go watch it, even though I know he's gonna trigger me. Oh my God. Things are like these are the reason I don't rate this so-called manager. Things like this is why I don't rate the so-called manager. He takes no accountability and he refuses to change. Bad signs. He is a damager, not a manager. Bars. Bars. Oh man, I have to start that one. This might be coming up today, G Wills. Man said damager, not a manager. Yeah, bro. Accountability not his thing. It's like accountability is chasing him, but he's faster. You know, accountability is Tyson Gay, and he's Usain Bolt. He's just outrunning it. Man has respect the Jagans. Big up to you, my brother. Make sure so everything good. And the people know where the badness go. Igor to Palace has collapsed as Gay. He completed his medical in London, leaving Liverpool waiting to see if Gay he will still go ahead. Gay, he just take your ass to Liverpool, man. Don't give us this false hope as if it's not happening, and then at 5:59 you're holding up the shirt in a hotel room. Nah, bro. It's just go, man. Don't kick the can down the road. Let's just get the shit over with. Liverpool got their squad, the best squad in the league, sitting on top of the league. It's up to us. We had our chance yesterday to take points off of you, and we didn't. And that was the goodest chance as any. Because in a game, you're really going to have a game where Salah and Ekitike, or whoever is playing striker, is that quiet. Gakpo was quiet. The entire front three was quiet, and they still won. Dana says, still vexed. Liverpool were there for the taking. Facts. If we were a bit more aggressive in attack. Bournemouth and Newcastle gave it more of a game than we did. Easiest game they played so far. Dana, Newcastle scored 2 goals with 10 men. Newcastle actually ascended in the game and pushed up. That's why they lost 3-2. And I said yesterday, I would have been calm if we lost the game 3-2. We lost the damn game anyway by a 1-goal margin. So a 3-2 is a 1-goal margin. At least if we lost 3-2, that means our attack was involved in the game. Like if you're Gyökeres, you don't even want to watch the tape from yesterday. You just, hey, I don't want to do any film work today. Just burn it. Because I think I can count how many touches he had on one hand. And those touches were out wide in a UFC match with Kanate. Ekitike New Liverpool is going after Isak when he joined. Don't think he's much of a basis for complaints. Yeah. I think he would care because it's a World Cup year, and the French squad is loaded. Mbappe is going to be leading the line for France. Like we know that, so he's basically playing for the backup spot. And then I think Marcus Thuram is a French international with chemistry with the team, with a relationship with Didier Deschamps. So he may be competing for a third striker spot. So if he wants to make that French squad, he needs to play minutes. Hello, Rodrigo. Multitasking, trying to serve 2 masters by listening and watching BBK and the Deadline Peacock. And listening to BBK. There you go, bro, man. Appreciate your support, man. You pop in and out the stream as many times as you want, my bro. Appreciate your subscription. Appreciate you hitting the like, and I appreciate your viewership, my brother. I do this, man. You guys make it fun. Not gonna lie. I'd much rather do this than be on panels arguing with man, which is what's gonna happen later on today in the night out session when I go on Jordy Dread TV. You see that damn Cav? He and I are gonna have words today, because I'm love Cav, man, but the toxic positivity energy sometimes is doing us no good. The response to yesterday's debacle was just much too benign for me from the people who said, "Why are you so angry? Why are you so angry? It's only match week 3." No, it's not just match week 3. This is 5 years of shit. Mr. Batten said they fight for their places. Everyone slots problem. Everyone. Let me read this over. This is good. This is well punctuated too. Mr. Batten don't fuck about with his comments. They fight for their places. Period. Everyone. Slot's problem. Brother, he's been given the tools he's asked for and has to find ways. Good thing is, his body of work for so far suggests that he finds solutions. That's what it is. Everyone, fight for your damn place. I said on Rashid's channel the other day with Bailage, I'm like, bro, I want Madueke to play well. I want him to make soccer uncomfortable when he gets back into this team. Fight for your place. Everyone. Arteta's problem. But, on the flip side, Arteta's body of work suggests that he doesn't want those problems. He doesn't want selection headaches. He wants the team ready-made for him. Ease the solutions. Because he had a headache, so to speak, yesterday with Martin Odegaard apparently fit and a fit Eze. And he didn't start one or the other, and he brought them on together. I don't know what to make of that. It was a banger. Banger, E-Ross. Still think Riot could have did better, though. It's a work in progress. I'm sure Slot has said to Hughes, just get me the best players and you can and I'll work it out on the training pitch. That's the hallmark of a good manager. I don't know any manager that will turn down good players or players that could improve their squad. This is why when Eze had agreed to personal terms with Tottenham, I was fuming. I'm like, why? Who would turn down good players? Then he sits up in a press conference and talk about, I don't believe that we should convince players to come to us. If they don't want to come play for Arsenal, I don't want them. That's the lowest wall of shit I've ever heard. So you want to tell me if Lamine Yamal becomes available tomorrow, you don't think you have to convince him? You don't think you have to shoot your shot? You think he can just be some random chick over there and the NBA player is going to come chase you? You know how many chicks are in their DMs? Oh, he want me. He better come chase this. Chicks are shooting their shot. Everyone else will be shooting their shot after Lamine Yamal, trying to recruit him. But Mikel Arteta don't think he has to convince players to come to Arsenal. I got full confidence in Slot in the coaching team. Fair play, man. He's earned that. He's earned that. Absolutely earned that. And my question would be to the top gooners, like, what has Arteta done to earn this level of respect that they give him? Football is a simple game. Football is a simple made complicated by imbeciles. Simple. Keep the ball from you, put it in that net, keep it out of ours. Mad one. AJ said, Taryn, I don't say this enough. Thank you so much for everything you do since we met. It's been my pleasure to mod for you. Only mod, best channels that I promise. Brother, thank you, man. Thank you for your work. And the thing is, I don't even pay you, my bro. I wish I could like gift you a membership, but YouTube can't even allow me to do it, But yeah, man, I appreciate all the work that you do, AJ, man. I really do. I don't say it enough. So thank you again, my bro. Big up to Sheldon Step, man, and my family. Are you still, brother? How you feel the shock wear off? Are you still feeling like the manager really cost us 3 points yesterday still? Or have you, looked through some lens, fire up something, sip something, smoke something, and you have like a different outlook? Because right now, it's like the more I think about the game, the more upset that I get. Uh-oh. Let me look up and see what they're talking about. Because I looked at the screen and I saw the magic words, people. What they talking about? Oh, shit. Yeah, they're talking about the breakdown with Gahey. Still think that's going to go through still. Still think man end up a Liverpool player by 6 p.m. UK time today. The rumors that will come out is that turning down Arsenal at start of the transfer window. Isak wanted to. If you're Isak, you're looking at Arteta, you're looking at Slot, you're looking at the players around him, you look at the style of play. You're like, I'm not about to go there and go play press defender. I need to go score goals, bruv. Ain't no top player in the world lining up to play for Arteta. Sometimes I actually believe that Arteta doesn't like big name players because he wasn't one. In the dressing room, he used to see how big name players get treated and how they moved, and he wasn't a fan of it. That's why he comes in with this iron fist, and any player with any kind of personality, any kind of big name, out you go, Alba, out you go, Ozil. Eze is the big name. Not as big as name as those, but Eze is a big name. Eze has personality. Hence, why it looks like he did not want this people, want this in the squad. Big up to Anfield, the rest said, big up, I'm happy now. You weren't happy? You weren't happy with just Kirkaz and them, man? Yeah, big up to you, man. Big up. So can we get Jose, please? Right on. Man will tell you that them men are washed. I've had KP tell me that he doesn't want Antonio Conte because Conte is washed. Arsenal will sign Ecuador. They still running this as breaking news, you know. In Kapai. Oh my days. Anfield the Reds say Gehi, Isak, Marmor, Kirkes, Frimpong, Betts, Leone, Dreamland. Pretty good, man. Pretty good. And that's just the incomings. Man said the Q word, you know. Anfield the Red, you know, every for the Liverpool fans, is this team now on paper better than the Salah, Firmino, Sadio Mane Liverpool on paper? Because I rate that team highly, man. I think Sadio Mane was such a baller. He was probably one of the most underappreciated baller. That front three, you know, the Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum midfield, is that team better than this one? Eros, what you think of the Arsenal match? Poor. It's beyond poor right now. Beyond poor. Liverpool fans, if we're gonna win the league, do you want Arne Slot sacked? Hell no. I think Slot has it'll be pressure, but I think Slot, because he walked the league in his first year, bought him at least 2 years. I said that before the transfer window that they just had. With the transfer window that they just had, I think that 2 years turns into 1. Because if he doesn't win the league, say Liverpool stay relatively injured, players will get injured. That is a fact. We know this. But say Liverpool does not win the league and they stay relatively healthy, this would be 100% on Arne Slot. And I think he knows that. Because he's been given a massive backing. Somerville has placed, BBK has changed that West Ham match yesterday. Oddly enough, actually, I picked West Ham to win that game, you know, and everyone said I was crazy when I did the warm-up with the waffle down. You know, for something, I just think they needed a reaction. I think they actually needed a reaction, and they got it. Forget about Harvey. Yeah, the outgoings were good too, you know, good outgoings. We needed to be replaced, got replaced. And quality additions to the squad. Arteta can't coach an attack. He can't. If we just happen to score goals while we're out there winning the ball up high, cool. And the thing is, it's not like Liverpool played a low block. There was space there. How many times we saw Martinelli in space out and kick, and the ball went out for a goal kick? Man, not even a corner, you know. Not even a corner. Ball be going out for goal kicks under Martinelli's control. I saw the replay of the match. I wish I can get 2 hours of my life back. One shot on target in 98 minutes of football is not something that you should went back and watch, to be fair. 2 seasons. Oh, yeah, there we go. He bought himself 2 seasons to win the league, but he'll be under pressure if he doesn't win anything. I swear I didn't see that comment before I responded earlier, Mr. Baird. But, yeah, I'm right along those lines. I'm here for it. I'd rather have Elliott and kept. Rather we kept Elliott and spent 80 M's on Leao. You don't think Gakpo is good sufficient on the left-hand side, yeah? Oh. And the Isak deal. I guess Anfield the Red is not high on Isak as most people are. I know I am. I think he's top draw. Cav gonna turn the corner, baby. This is the problem, Eros. They want to wait until the house is completely on fire before they act, and that's what I don't want. You have to act now while the team is still good. Okay, let's just say that Jurgen Klopp didn't walk away. Say he resigned, or say he got sacked. The team was already good. Like they didn't wait for the shit to go pear-shaped. Right? So if this Arsenal job becomes available right now, very attractive. Top managers in the world will look at this defense We'll look at Eze, we'll look at Gyökeres, we'll look at Bukayo Saka, Kelly, Ethan, Max, and be like, I can get something out of that. You know what I'm saying? But he wants the damn house to be completely engulfed. When I see that the kitchen's on fire and the fire is spreading, you know, they don't want to put it out now. Nah, let's just see. Nah, brother, the house is gonna burn down fast. Mr. Bat, that's the reason I asked. My Liverpool mates want him sacked if he wins nothing this season. Nah, that'll be harsh. But I think the seat will get hot very quickly. Very, very quickly if he doesn't retain the league or win the Champions League. FA Cup or 8-9, that ain't enough with this type of money spent. Yeah, he already completed his medical paperwork, so not our fault. Igor deal collapsed. Hopefully Palace can find a replacement. Otherwise, their owners has F up big time with no Gehi replacement. You know, I feel bad for Palace. I'm just glad we got Eze ahead of time, because I could see Arsenal using this as an excuse. Well, they didn't want to sell to us because they didn't want to sell all their best players going into Europe. Because even last year they only sold Elise. They didn't let both of them leave. I used my limit for free creates. Three need one more. Oh, there's a limit. You got to get the pro, man. You got to upgrade to that pro. Question: apparently Raya is good with his feet, so why didn't he dive up and tip that free kick over with his right foot? Because his positioning was awful. He cheated to his left, our right, as looking at it. And as Szoboszlai started to approach, he started to drift to his right. Bro, when someone is 35 feet out, you don't cheat to either side. 35 yards out. You don't cheat to either side. You know, you stand dead center and you make them decide where they're going to kick it. But when you give him that side of the goal to aim at, you made his decision for him. He just have to get the strike right. So Szoboszlai didn't have to think of anything. You see the side that you're standing on. He's right-footed, so it's going to be an in curler. Why the hell are you standing to your left, Raya? Like, it's just simple physics, isn't it? Szoboszlai is not going to run up and hit that ball with his left foot. So you know it's going to be a outswinger. And you're cheating to the opposite side. If I'm the goalkeeping coach, man, he's running laps this morning, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna enjoy the international break, man. I'm not even watching the football, to be fair. You know? But yeah, I think he bought himself 2 years. But doesn't win anything at all this season. It gets a little tricky for him. It's a little tricky. Can we get up to 30 likes? Could we? What are we on? That would be dope, We're on 25. I can work with that. Big up to Hendo. What you telling us, Hendo? Appreciate you checking in, man. Not Brett said Ghosterez. Yeah, no one was there to get him the ball, Brett. Lap side was probably more balanced, but this last squad is better. Oh, fair. I disagree with him. Honestly, we just need a change. The manager with his dictator approach is stale. Players need a new voice with new ideas. Trust me, I not only do I trust you, G, I wholeheartedly agree. The manager's voice has gone stale. I've said those very words on many, many streams. Because the only thing that changed at Liverpool last year was the voice. That's it. Yeah, Chiesa was the only signing barely played. I think Chiesa played less minutes than Ethan Nwaneri, and every Arsenal fan was crying about Ethan Nwaneri needed to play more minutes. Chiesa played less. Nothing changed but the voice. A new voice. Arsenal Football Club is a cold case, and we need a new detective to look at new evidence. A new manager comes in, all of a sudden, Martinelli is out. I don't think any top manager with sense thinks that this guy is a top winger that can play at the levels that we need. Big up to Rambo Kanambo. Big up to yourself, my family. Hope everything good. What's happening, by the way, with all the injuries? Our team started last season, carried into this season. It's worrying we can't keep competing with our best players being fit. So the injuries are a thing. I think we have 5 injuries now, 5 to 8 injuries, and it's match week 3. It's not like we had midweek fixtures like Grimsby United and shit. 1 game a week, and we've already lost 5 players. Now, consequently, the players that got rushed back from last season are the ones that got injured. Saka, surgery. Rushed back from Madrid. Out. Kai Havertz got rushed back. Kai Havertz played last year against Newcastle and at Southampton for the final game of the season. He played. And consequently, they're both hurt now. One needs surgery, one doesn't. It's criminal. It's mad. And then knowing that the injuries that we do have, you see Saliba roll his ankle and you still play him in a game? That is crazy. I'm not hearing that. No, I wouldn't. Slot sack. I would give him one more season, giving the manager 2 seasons to win something. And that's the bar. That's high standards. I hear it. He sent me the email. All right, bless it. I'm gonna check that out, man. Big up to Ozzy. Big up to Ozzy's Den people. Make sure that you are subscribing to Ozzy's Den people. Let's get Ozzy to 50 subs so Ozzy can start doing lives. As Ozzy is a real one, we need him to join the resistance, to join the fight against the mutants. We'll act too late when our best players have already left. Or they ran into the ground, or their best days are behind them, and then they have to leave for a free. You know, man, London, North London, some of the best players, top players, managers will be tripping over themselves to get this job. But we're giving it to a guy who doesn't think that you need to start an attacking player away at Anfield. Bench 3 attack. Oh Lord, when I remind myself of the lineup yesterday, it just annoys me even more. You mentioned Eze to distract you from asking about the non-creativity chances for Gyökeres. He needs to be interviewed by more female interviewers. They rattle him, in my opinion. Yeah, because one thing with women, they'll ask some tough questions. Because the dudes want to be friends with Arteta. They want to do a biography on him. I want Rebecca Lowe to ask him some tough questions. Put him on the hot seat. Make him uncomfortable. Big up to Albanian youth. You got to be fuming after yesterday when Arsenal fans see Arteta has reached his ceiling. They see it. They have to see it. They're just as stubborn as him. But because they have backed themselves into a corner saying he's good, he's a genius, he's this, he's that, then they will have to admit that they were wrong after they've doubled and tripled down, and they have too much ego to say, I was wrong about this guy. They want to say, let's wait till the end of the season. No. That damn Cav, oh shit, I hope Cav was in here watching. No, I wouldn't sack him now. Let's wait until we're out of all. What? Wait till we're out of all the cups to sack him, then keep him then. What's the point of sacking him if you wait till you're out all the cups? The point of sacking him now would to be so you can get to the finals in those cups. This man ain't been to a final in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? I will full enjoy the break watching different YouTube platforms and their varied takes. Yeah. Because I still haven't tuned into any other content. Like I have just went out, came home, did some content, went to sleep, woke up, did some content. So now I'm going to go, when I'm done here shortly, I want to hear their takes. I want to hear the mental gymnastics. Right? I want the hoops that they will jump through to justify yesterday's performance and the selection. Because what we have to do is we have to chip away one blunder at a time. Because there is no way that lineup yesterday was justified. And we chip away at it. And then, we'll hold them to account. And then, whether they say it or not, you will have enough video on it. Okay, you said this, this is not happening. Because even that damn KP and Gunner Street, they made a video together saying that Eze must start. Before the game, saying Eze must start. Then Eze doesn't start, and they still not holding the manager accountable. It's disappointing result, but yeah, you know what I say? Anything that comes after but, imagine your wife comes to you and tells you, hey, I just fucked the neighbor, but everything that comes after the but is bullshit. He must start Eze. He doesn't start Eze. Oh, disappointing result, but no. We're not doing that. He didn't start Eze because he's a coward. Will Newcastle get Wissa or Watkins? Definitely Wissa. I think Wissa is in Newcastle as we speak. Yeah. Matter of fact, as I look up at the screen, medical complete for Johan Wissa, as per Sky Sports. Yep. So yeah, definitely Wissa. Now if they get Wissa and Watkins, pretty good window, pretty good recovery time considering it's the last day. We don't look like Arsenal, man. This man stole our identity. The fans now going through Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, man, it is. I love the abuser. You know, it's criminal. We don't look like. Oh yeah, I got that one. Big up Hendo, late to the show. I'm on an online course all week. Just finished for the day. Hey, big up Hendo, man. You check in here whenever you want to, bro. You can catch the watch back. Sometimes I do my best to put timestamps in. I usually put timestamps when Eros entered the chat. When I switch topics, this and that. But today, when it's kind of like so interactive, the timestamps I'll put in there will be from transfer window. Eros enters the chat, so people can hear the music, and then a little bit of interaction with the chat. BX gonna based on Sky Sports. Wissa, yeah, I think Wissa, definitely Wissa. But no, the Watkins shout is a good shout. Right now, Aston Villa looks a mess. Emery doesn't know if he's coming or going. Yeah, Raya started to move to right. He started slowing down just before Szoboszlai kicked it. He lost the momentum he needed to reach the ball. And it's not like he's a tall guy, right? I think he's barely 6'2". For a goalkeeper, that's not big. Courtois is 6'6". He gets there. A goalkeeper who's 6'4" gets there. So, Raya, when you're 6'2", stretching, your positioning has to be perfect. That far out, you do not let the kicker have a clear path of where they want to kick the ball. A right-footed, you're gonna guess he's gonna hit it towards the left, because if he hits it far right, it's gonna curve towards you, right? A free kick taker wants the ball to be curving away from the keeper. So when a right-footed kicker steps up, you know exactly where the ball is going. Oh, man. Hope you have an enjoyable holiday. Yeah, man, I will, man. I'm going to full enjoy the day. I'm not going to lie. The kids are, I'm almost an empty nester, our kids are older. So, yeah, man, going to have a great day. I just need the sun to come out. This looks a little gloomy outside, but still, either way, something in the glass, roll up a cigar. And, it's going to be a good one. Now you understand why I've already written off the season for Arsenal. Nothing changes while this fraud is a manager. There's nothing I can say that can disagree with this, Hendo. You're spot on there, my bro. When do your next calling show would be a good catch up with yourself and discuss the window? I'll probably do one on Wednesday. Actually, I'll put it on the portal. I could have done one today, but I'm already on for an hour, and I'm going to jump off it here soon. That's why I didn't drop the link in here. But yeah, I'll schedule one between now and Saturday. I'll have a calling show. Yeah, big up, man. How is the conversation between them two? Buying out Tommy's contract makes sense now. Needed the space for incoming patients. In the medical room, Plan B in effect. Oh yeah, so we need a room because right now, who's all in there? Jesus, Havertz, Saka, Saliba's going in there. Odegaard was just in there. Yeah, that's man, that's a mad one. You'll be invited to the next press conference to ask him. Hey, Dana, yeah, go press him. Yeah, man, press him. I hear it. I was just thinking about what you said the moment I saw the lineups. I couldn't believe my eyes. I didn't know I didn't think we would lose after that. Game was stinky though. I told them it was going to be a day game of football. Man, they were asking me, "Oh, it's going to be a shootout. It's always at least 4 goals." No, it's going to be a horrible game of football, and we'll shithouse a 1-0 is what I thought we were going to do, but couldn't even do that. I'm not surprised by Arteta still getting Saliba to start, even though he sprained his ankle during a warm-up. Arteta proved he's incompetent. Now this is bad management. Not only do you risk the player's health and well-being, you also cost yourself a substitution window 3 minutes in the game. And you didn't make a substitution in the break and play it during halftime. So now you go into the rest of the game at home at the Champions with only two substitution windows to make any adjustment that Onslaught made that you'd have to counteract it. You didn't. It's bad management. Bro, right now, I'm gonna know hold me for Omawan Field. Don't know if me angry, disappointed, or both. This brother affiliate with club. He will destroy if given more time. Yeah. Longer he stays, the bigger the stain is going to be. Big up to Jam Boy in the building. Hope you are good. Good, bro. Okay, Arsenal are rubbish, but luckily we have this manager. This is what you meant, BBK. Okay, Arsenal are rubbish, but luckily we have this manager. Is what you meant to say. No, yeah, I say Arsenal are good, but we have this rubbish manager. And I think this job is very attractive to any manager with any kind of tactical, anything good about them. I think Iriola could do match with the squad, man. Tactics travel, you know. Big up to you, AJ, man. I'm almost out of here as well, man. I'm just making through these comments. You know, I will never leave any of them on red when I do my solo stream. If I do, it's an emergency. But yeah, I think I made it through it, man. Big up to Jam Boy and checking in. But people, I am sorry. Any news on the outgoings? Zinchenko deal has stalled, not happening. Sky Sports has reported that it's not happening. The Henkapai deal has cleared the way for Kivior to go. So Kivior goes, Henkapai comes in, Henkape, forgive me for the pronunciation, but Zinchenko will still be on the book. So yeah, no more outgoings for this point. But yeah, people, almost. Oh damn, I went over an hour again. You know, this legendary chat keeps me engaged. I lose track of time. But nah, Dana, it's not looking like we're getting a whole lot of outgoings. Maybe now we're starting to look forward to January. Transfer window's about to close, and we're already looking forward to January. It's crazy. The worst thing is that you have the all international break to get this crap feeling gone. It stinks in it. It stinks. And you, man, are just up there riding high, like, yeah, all good. 9 for 9, top of the league. Yeah. Bad, man. The Arteta tax. The Arteta tax is real. You know, yeah, man. We'll do, yeah, Mr. Barrett. Real setup. We'll do another calling show, man. But big up to you. Oh, this is what you're saying. So anything that comes after but is no. What I'm saying is, the KP and Gunner Street, you know, they made a video saying that Arteta must start as at the weekend. Then we lose the game and they didn't start, but their explanation was it was a fair result, but then proceeded to say a whole lot of bullshit. So anything that came after the but, I was not being entertained by it. Because you said he must start Eze, and then he didn't start Eze, but you proceeded to give excuses why he didn't start him. Whatever you said after but, he didn't start. Whatever you said after but was irrelevant to me. But yeah, big up to you, man. Big up to the assembled every single time. Yes, people, it's been another fantastic stream interacting with you people. You guys are awesome. Big up to Jam Boy, big up to Mr. Batter, Gavin, LFC Monster, Dana. Big up to Chris Welsh, who came through earlier. Other Liverpool fans, Dre FC, Godfrey, all the guys. Let me see who's on. Is anyone else streaming right now? I know it's the Gauntlet is out on YouTube right now. Everyone is up and about doing transfer daily stuff. Let me see. Yeah, a couple of people are about. Let me see what we got. This is really all Liverpool's to lose. Arsenal will not be contenders. So far, the team has played best so far as Palace. Yeah, that Palace game, man. Palace made Villa look. I tell you what, I guarantee you when we go to Villa Park, we won't let Palace look that bad. You know, Palace will not look that bad when we go there, man. Newcastle, I mean, that Oliver Glasner, you know, he's got something about him. Oliver Glasner has something about him. Big him up. No, delete that. The way Oliver Glasner has these damn boys playing after Eze, you give Arteta that squad. Give Arteta that squad and see if he is going to Eze. See if he's going to Villa Park and do that 3-0 dominant performance. He's not doing that. That's why I said, but this manager is the same. Oh, okay, gotcha. Sometimes the sarcasm throws me off. Big up to the assembled, man. Wahaha says Everton looking good. Yeah, Grealish looked like he got a new lease on life. That's absolute madness. LFC Monsters said, I gotta be honest, if we keep this up after the international break, my only competition will be ourselves. You have everything you need, LFC Monster. It's there. And I'm not gonna lie, I am jealous as fuck. But I'll end it on that. Big up to LFC Monster, man. Big up to Wahaha. Big up to the rivals who come through here and punch us up gracefully. We appreciate it. Reminds us where we are. Like I always say, people, take care of yourselves and each other. Enjoy the rest of the transfer daily. Take care of yourselves and each other. Until next time, we are gone.